Let's make sure we got audio up in this piece. Looks like it is here. Let's make sure we got audio up in this piece. Timeout for different links. I can put people in timeout. All right. Make sure we got. I don't think we need all that, but appreciate it. Links. I can put people in timeout. All right. Make sure we got. I don't think we need all that, but appreciate it. Nah, I can't hear that, Joe. I can put people in timeout. All right. Make sure we got. I don't think we need all that, but appreciate it. Nah. Oh, my bad. I didn't know my iPad was linked up to this. Hold on. I'm about to have to restart this live, bro. Oh, man. I should have checked it on my phone. I guess it doesn't matter because I got this timer up here. So it seems like I know what I'm doing. All right. Choosing this one. I'm not going to moderate. Whatever. This is free conversation. All right, check it. Oops. Go back to what we were doing. Mango jalapeno is a dope flavor, but like hard to get down. But the two of them go great. Anyways, we're not doing this long countdown and all this foolishness. Just making sure that everything's working at 5 a.m. So yeah, let's get it. Right, so a lot of people lately. Let me start with this. I've been interacting with people forcefully, but interacting with people a little bit less. Sometimes you need those moments of your life alone. You have to walk certain paths of your journey alone. A lot of people are very, very codependent, and like society has normalized this codependency so much to the point that we often rely on others' perceptions of us to get clarity. We need others' perceptions of us to tell us who the hell we are, what we can do and can't do, what's appropriate for us, for our lives. All right. So, for instance, like a person in your family might want you to have a life of stability, but you are a creative. Creatives can't live lives of stability, it hinders our creation. When you're a visionary, you don't operate by everybody else's rules. You understand? Same thing with, like, for instance, I despise being on my cell phone. I hate it. All right. But there's certain family that expects you to make yourself uncomfortable, to be always at the ready, always by the phone. And if you're not by the phone, then they take it personally. And it takes a strong person to be able to lay down that boundary. You have to create that space for you, that time for you. You run around worried about everybody else, how they're doing, what they're gonna think, how it's gonna impact them. What about how the fuck it impacts you? How does it impact you? You giving up all your time, all your energy, ignoring what you need. How does that impact you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? See, a lot of you are out of alignment. You're out of alignment with the light that runs through you. Therefore, you have a lot of your mental anxiety and dis-ease manifest physically as disease. You understand? ignoring the emotional aspects as well. So why I started talking about all this now is really the title of this video, which just, this video is actually going to be about something else, which is kind of what we were talking about as far as taking that time that you need to just be alone, to back off when you need to. That should be allowed. That should be allowed for you to back off when you need to take space and time without giving someone a damn explanation. You know, I'll get back to more of that later. But the point is that for many of you, you're afraid to face yourself. I've heard a lot of people tell me that shit. Like, either in the form of they admire my authenticity. They don't know how, like, oh man, you're so brash or to the point, like you're so honest, you're so authentic. How do you do it? How the fuck do you not do it? How do you not do it? Honestly, how are you not in tune with you? How do you not do it? So damn worried about what somebody else got to think. And half the time, they're not even living a life that you would want to live. So if they're not living a life that you would want to live, why in the fuck do you care about their opinion? Let me say that again. If they are not living a life that you would want to live, then why? What? No, forget the words why. What is causing you to hold on to them, their opinions, and place your value in that? What would possess you to listen to a person whose life you don't even want to live in regards to who you are, in regards to you, in regards to the path that you're supposed to be walking? Think about that shit. Like, seriously, like, think about that. So that goes back to now the title of the video, right? Or the whole topic of it, I guess, is embracing the worst, the worst sides of you. Like, all these people all of a sudden have discovered this term shadow work, right? And of course, like anything, when the new age movement finds something and it becomes a TikTok trend, they bastardize it. All right. Years ago, I transcended my shadow. Somebody tried to tell me, oh, that's not possible. Mind you, this is a person so out of tune with themselves that they bounce from modality to modality to modality. This person bounces from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, taking all kinds of fucking courses, self improvement and spiritual courses, as if 30 courses and $3,000 later is going to fix your soul. You're internally broken. So nothing external is going to heal you. There are things that can help you, but nothing out external is going to heal you. Okay? So this person is out of tune with themselves. This person can't understand the concept of authenticity or how it's so easy. This person puts on a show for people outside of them. Whenever they have to leave the house, they light up and put on this big show, this grand scheme of who the hell they are pretending to be. Okay? And they're gonna tell me that I can't transcend the shadow. The shadow self is created out of shame and judgment. Judgment often, or shame often comes from judgment, right? Sometimes vice versa. So now, when you judge yourself for something, which is usually a result of you having shame around it because of family taught you that, or somebody on the fucking playground taught you that when you were a child, or even, I don't know, your life. Maybe you were out at the park playing on the playground last week. I don't know. But somebody came and said something to you, came to bully you, came to give you an inkling of self doubt. I never doubted myself until other people told me to doubt me. What the hell is that? Never doubted myself until other people told me to doubt me and my abilities because they were projecting their insecurities. So, the thing is, oftentimes, oh, back to what, let me finish that sentence first. Is, see, that's the intoxicated part of intoxicated intuition. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as Manchus would say. All right. If this helps you out, help other people and share it and help them out too. Don't be selfish all the damn time. But in this video, you do need to be selfish. All right. This topic, you need to be selfish. So the point is that I'm tired of that angle. The point is that the shadow stems from judgment, and it stems from usually as a result of shame. Shame from another person or an upbringing or societal things, right? Because sometimes you might have like a fetish or interest that society says, whoa, dude, like, no, you got to chill out with that over here. So you have to, then curtail yourself or, hide parts and bits of yourself. So you start shoving it down and shoving it down and shoving it down. Or it could be something as far as like, you know, I used to struggle a lot with say body image because of how my mother deemed being fat, and I was a chubby kid. So shit, I was chubby until like last year or 2 years ago or something. Like a lot of y'all can see the fucking changes, right? This is not the best lighting, but y'all can see the changes. The point is that well, more so on that camera than this. The point is that with body image, if someone always told you that like being fat makes you, it means you're lazy or you're worthless or you're ugly or you're not gonna amount to nothing because you can't even fucking take care of your health and your body, whatever it is, and you develop a complex around that, then you're starting to breed this shadow. It's like that movie Us that Jordan Peele did. That whole movie was about the shadow self. Um, Now he actually copied that whole concept from an episode of the Twilight Zone, which ironically he went and remade the Twilight Zone. But I was watching the original 50s version and they had basically like the concept already there. Not saying he stole like verbatim his whole movie, because it still takes a lot to do a movie, but it wasn't like a concept from him. It was from a Twilight Zone episode. Got to get those people their credit. So, anyways, uh, back to what we're talking about. The shadow self will manifest like that. It will start manifesting in people that represent those things that you hate or that you despise. You know, if you have an unhidden, unhealed aspect of you, you're gonna attract people that bring out that aspect, that bring out that infuriating side of you, right? So, if you have a, for instance, if you were always told to, whenever you try to speak up, you were told to be quiet, right? Children are seen, not heard, or you had a toxic relationship, whatever arena of relationship you want to look at, that toxic situation where that person didn't value your voice or they told you like you were too much or to keep it down, you start to think like, oh, okay, I'm too much. So now you trying to suppress yourself and be timid and quiet. then you're going to attract a lot of people that are the opposite. You're going to attract people that are very assertive, almost so much like in your face type of assertive, like to the point where it irritates you to be around them. It irritates you to be around them, you know? If you have a lot of suppressed anger, you're going to probably attract a lot of angry souls or energy around you. You know, a lot of, like, you might have a boss that is just a complete, tyrant type thing. Or, like, for me, the other day, me and my neighbor got into it. I was up here minding my business. He came up here yelling and screaming and cussing and shit. So I had to pull out my machete. Then all of a sudden he wanted to act like the victim and fucking call the police on me. Why I say that is because I had been dealing with a lot of rage for like the past few months. Just like this boiling type of heated type of rage, right? And in the spiritual community, people try to tell you that that anger is a bad thing. Rage can be if you're not fully aware. But they try to tell you, oh, just meditate it away, do yoga, do this, do that, you know, do Kundalini yoga because anger is terrible. No, anger is emotion just like anything else. It's fucking giving you an indication that something is wrong. All right, either something is wrong or trauma is stuck in the body. There's a book called The Body Keeps Score, which dives deeper into those things. But the book is very, very triggering, so you have to take your time with it. It's really for like clinical psychologists, but my first therapist told me about it, and then my second one was like, "Yo, that is extremely triggering book. Like, I don't know, man, but whatever, let it rock." So I say all that to say that now that you now know what the shadow is, the very, 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 very worst sides of you, the things that you think are despicable, it's time to do that work. It's time to heal those aspects. All right. It's time to release. It's time to release that old shit, those old paradigms about who you are, what you could and could not be. Right? If you had functional amnesia, there's an exercise in another book called "Awaken to Your True Self." I believe is the title. I have the cover in my mind, but I can't remember the exact title. But I think that is it. Awaken to Your True Self. It's about being unstuck, right? Or getting unstuck. Great book. One of the first exercises within like the first 25 pages or some shit, like he gets right to business, right? Is he talks about function. If you had functional amnesia, meaning like you could still, your body works, everything is good. The only thing is that you forget your name, like who you are, your whole identity, basically, because behaviors stem from identity. All right, so he goes into that in depth as well, which I'll probably do another video on that. But the point is that you shed away your occupation, what people have told you about yourself, your limitations. Strip away everything that you think you know about your life. All right, strip it all away. How much different? How much different would your life look? How much differently would your life look? How much would it how much how different would it be? Let me say that, right? How different would your life be if you didn't know who you were, where you came from, the things people told you, didn't tell you, the failures, the losses, the wins, the all of it, the occupation, all of it. Just strip all that shit away. And who are you at your core? With nothing else. Don't tell me what you do for a living. Who are you at your core? So, if we're talking about you at your core and you take that part away, how differently would your life look right now? Would it be a lot? Would it be a little? Would it be basically the same? Because all of those things are indicators. If your life would look massively different, then what is it that one you need to do, but two, what is holding you back? If your life is so different than what you have right now, then what is it that you're doing right now that's not getting you to the life that you truly want? Is it your daily habits, your weekly overspending, your nightly overeating, your fucking addiction to binge watching? What is it? Your fear of freedom. You've never been away from your family for too long. You're afraid of what your spouse might think. They might not want to move across the world with you. And if they don't, then fucking let them go. They're not for you. They're not for you. Yeah, you can love somebody from across the world. It doesn't mean that they're for you. If they can't be happy enough for you or supportive enough for you to allow you to grow and expand and achieve everything that you're meant to, then they are not for you. And you have to have enough boundaries to understand that, to solidify that, to say, look, I love you. I would like for you to accept me. This is my new path now. This is where I'm going. I should have been there 3 weeks ago. This is the plan. This is the mission. This is what I'm here for, my purpose. If you can't accept me, this new version of me who has been truly me, who I've been suppressing, then you're not for me. And you have to be able to just let that go. I mean. You have to just, you have to. You're holding yourself back for what? For someone else's approval? What is that about? You were given life on this planet to live by somebody else's approval? Society's fucking rules? Do what the hell you want to do, as long as you could deal with the consequences. You know? Or be slick with your shit and you don't get caught. You ain't gotta worry about consequences. But there is always cause and effect. The universal law of cause and effect. So you might think that you're getting away with some shit on a physical plane, but this is not the only realm that you need to worry about. It's not just this little 3D bullshit physical reality. All right, there's a lot more that goes into it. But let's stick on topic today, all right, because I can go on into a tangent. The point is that if your life is so much different in this functional amnesia exercise, then what is it that is holding you back currently from getting everything that you're meant to get? In addition, if your life is not much different from the way it is now, you're either extremely fulfilled or you're fucking lying to yourself. That's it. You get over the cussing. We're adults here. If you're not an adult, you can exit out. This is what I'm talking about. You have to be able to just, all right, bye. It don't have to be in a cold and callous, like a heartless way, like you don't care, but in a way of like, you don't have time to be spending your energy trying to dance around and mold yourself to someone else's image. You were made in the creator's image. You are a co-creator in your image. You don't have the fucking time to be over here pandering to someone else or trying to, manipulate who you truly are to fit someone else. Especially someone who doesn't even know themselves. Bars. But seriously, listen. Hit the like button. It's free. I'm giving you gems for life. Not just for today, not just for tonight, for life. All right. I used to not have boundaries. That's why I can speak on this shit. Everything I talk about, I know about. I've lived it. So the point is, if your life is much like it is now, you either lying to yourself or you're okay with stagnation. Because you should always be elevating to the next level, to the next thing, looking to the greater picture, the macro instead of the micro. You should always be looking at the macrocosm. The micro can help with the details, of course. Attention to detail is huge. It's important, especially when dealing with other human beings or other beings on this planet. However, always have a Hawkeye's view of what's going on around you. A Hawkeye view of what you're involved with or involved in. Peep the way energy changes around you daily, like the energy just floating, and also the people around you. So, say all that to say, you don't need anybody else's approval but you. Say all that to say, to go back to the point, I transcended my shadow self because the shadow is built from what again? From shame and from judgment, which also can include guilt. Judging yourself because you feel guilty about some shit that you can't go back and change. Ever. Even if you did, you would mess up the timeline continuum. So that's not something you want to fuck around with. Haven't you seen any time travel movies, documentaries? There was legit. Promise you, I swear to you, yo. I was in a Publix checkout as a kid, and I looked up, and there was a Reader's Digest that said that a man in Washington had built a time machine, but it can only go back 5 minutes. And years later, that man ended up dead. It was a man and his son in Washington State, not Washington, D.C., Washington State. Magically, of course, he's no longer here. All I'm saying, bro, is that a lot of those shows on an extremely popular platform, doom doom, an extremely popular platform is not all falsified. A lot of things, and this has been admitted to, a lot of things are hidden in fantasy. And once they show it on TV, you get used to the idea. Programming, TV, television programming, you get used to the idea. And then when it's in a movie, they're showing you some real things, some real stuff. Even Disney movies especially, yo, especially Disney movies, bro. They show you life skills. Yeah, they really do. Like it's not just a kids thing, you know. They condition you from a kid, but there's a lot of things that they show in cartoons or sci-fi, quote unquote sci-fi and fantasy. That's what they call it because they don't want you to have the hidden knowledge. A lot of those fantasy shows are nothing but, occultism. And occultism just means hidden knowledge. People try to make it mean more things, but the word occult means hidden knowledge. So back to what we're talking about though. Um, well, we're talking about it all, but yeah, the point is that what you think is the most unbearable or despicable side of you is the side of you that needs the most love. It's the side of you that is calling out for healing, which is why you will continue to attract things that are counterintuitive or counter to that healing, contradictory to that healing, until you're ready to really go in there and do the fucking work that you need to do. And now, as I started this entire thing saying, I've had a lot of people talk about they're afraid to face themselves. Think about that. They're afraid of what they might find, is how they say. I'm afraid of what I might find. You're afraid to face yourself. Think about that. Think about that. And think about how jacked up society has to be to make you more willing and able to detach from you and attach to someone outside of you, to the point where you can't even go to a movie by yourself. You can't even go and enjoy a meal with just you. You can't even take yourself out on a date, but you want to date around. How can you date other people when you can't even date you? You're not even the type of person you would want to date. You're not even the type of person you would want to date. So how the hell could you go around here fucking up other people's lives? You're messing with other people's lives, their mental health, their emotional health, their physical health. You're exchanging physical energies, going around here broken, trying to love somebody. That's not love. That's not love. It can be trauma bonding, but it's not love. So, you know, the inner you is calling out for help. It's calling out for healing. But it's also mm, it's also just a lot of awareness. A lot of awareness, showing up. Telling you where the shortcomings might be. Telling you, make sure I got this straight. Yeah. Telling you where the shortcomings might be. Telling you, for instance, like when you get triggered, when someone triggers you and you seemingly blow up out of nowhere and you don't know why. You have no clue why you reacted that way, or why that one thing is bothering you so much, even though it seems so significant, it's seemingly so insignificant, but it really, really bothers you. All of that is shadow work. All of that is your subconscious mind, which is 97% of your brain, telling you, telling you that something is off, or telling you that there, somewhere along the way, you have been programmed to believe the opposite. So now there's friction. Yo, this shit is dope. Let me move this out the way. Let me move this out the way. Oh shit, we got somebody else in the in the stream. Hello. At 5:30 a.m. 5:29 a.m. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. So, doing these deep dives into yourself will obviously help you heal, and also help heal your relationship with others. This goes back to what we were talking about as far as spending time alone. Like, why are people so afraid of being alone, or hesitant to spend time alone? From the minute y'all wake up, bro. This is the typical person nowadays, in America at least. This is a typical American person nowadays. You wake up, first thing you do is grab your phone. Oh, it's my alarm. Bullshit. Because y'all be checking email, y'all jump on Facebook, you do all this other stuff. The first thing you do is grab your phone, go to the bathroom. You can't even go to the bathroom without your phone. And then hop on and start looking at other people's lives. The first thing when you open your eyes, bro, is Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, email, text, WhatsApp, all of it. It's the first thing you do. Okay? Haven't meditated, haven't even just laid there with your eyes closed for 5 minutes. Haven't allowed yourself to open your eyes and see the sun outside, see the clouds, see nothing. First thing you do is on your phone. All right, boom, looking at other people's lives. Then you hop in your car to go wherever you want. Work, school, your mama's house, your auntie, whoever. All right? You in the car with the radio on. The radio DJ is putting all kind of craziness and foolishness inside your head, right? Especially with the way music is nowadays. I can't even get into that shit right now. Whatever. All kind of foolishness comes in your head. It's starting to turn around. It's more authenticity and different things now. But anyways, the state of music is for another video, another time. So now you're in the radio, right? I mean, you in the car, listen to radio or listen to Spotify, listen to whoever. And you're in traffic, worried about everybody else around you. At least you should be. That's defensive driving, right? So now you're worried about everybody else around you. Oh, and mind you, let me back up because I totally forgot. A lot of y'all, the average American, has to go downstairs, cook breakfast for themselves and another person. Whether that's a spouse, whether that's a child, whether that's somebody and who. It doesn't matter, grandpa, whoever. All right? So you woke up looking at other people's lives. You go downstairs, worried about other people's lives. You get in the car, worried about other people's lives while listening to other people's lives, either their stories in the songs, because most of y'all don't listen to instrumentals, or, like that song behind me just now. That's in a language I don't know. I don't know that language, but the song is fucking dope. So it's like, cool. Whatever he's singing about, dope. It's good vibes. I don't know. Something about Donde, like where, all right? That's all I know. But the point is, then you get to work, you're at school, or wherever you're going, and your focus is on who? Everyone else around you, and the customer or professor or boss or coworker. Your coworker's drama of the day, your boss's demands, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. All right? The pressures of that your professor's putting on you, whatever. Okay, boom. Then you're on your lunch break. You're back on your phone, looking at Twitter, looking at Snapchat, looking at Instagram, whoever. All right. Then same thing in reverse. So now you're back in your car, radio, da 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 da. Okay, maybe a podcast. Who knows? Other people's lives. Get home. Oh shit! Now I'm hungry. Cooking the food, listening to something. Then what we all got to do? We got to put on the perfect show. Can't eat. Food will get cold until you find the perfect show to watch. Before you find the perfect show, your food will sit there and get cold. Your nutrients for your body, the only vessel you have here, the thing responsible for keeping you alive, for you to even be listening to this right now. All right? And it's like, nah, forget that. I got to find the perfect show for you to tune out all this foolishness. And then I'm probably going to light a blunt or smoke something or smoke a cigarette, drink something, you know what I'm saying? Numb it all out. Talk on the phone for a little bit, text somebody, and then drift off to sleep. And then tomorrow, start it all over again. Now tell me where in that day that I just described, which is the average day for most people today, nowadays, where was the time for you? I'll wait. Where was the time for you? When you were driving worried about other people, when you were at work or school or wherever you have to go during the day, Even if you work from home, you're not worried about you while you're at home. You're worried about whatever's the task in front of you. It's not to say those things don't have a time and a place, but it is to say, like, damn, could you not at least have 5 minutes in the morning before you open your eyes to just come back into your body from the astral realm for a minute? Damn, would that kill you? It'd probably make you stronger. It might make you live longer. If you don't want to live longer, then I mean, maybe don't follow that advice. But as a suicide survivor, I will say that I definitely know the sacredness of life and being here and having a purpose, having a mission to fulfill. All right. So now, back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about? um, right. So first off, most people don't give themselves. This is a beautiful fucking photo. Sometimes I surprise myself, like when I see it on the screen, what it looks like. Anyways, most people don't give themselves this opportunity to go out into nature or to just admire a tree going into the water. I see them all the time. They just pass by it. It's no big deal to them. Cool. We all have different things that we value. But the point is that the peacefulness, the tranquility, the serenity of being here in this moment, or even looking at this picture on screen, I might have actually captured that emotion. So maybe you can kind of feel it and have that moment. I'm not saying you have to sit here, cross your legs, and do this whole type meditation. All right. You can walk and meditate. This whole like purest attitude of meditation is complete BS, dude. All right. Because again, new age people come along, they learn from a teacher, and then they think that they understand the ancient practices because of some they paid somebody, you know, $299 or $750 to teach them how to do some shit. Dude, I'm not talking about mindfulness, right? Mindfulness is intently focusing on a task. Like you can get hypnotized while you drive, right? So you're not really intently focused. You are like you're hyper aware, but you can easily get hypnotized. They've done studies on this while you drive. Okay. So I'm not talking about mindfulness. I'm talking about actual meditation. Meditation is simply letting the thought come and then letting it out your brain. It's not sitting there saying, I'm not going to have any thoughts. I'm not going to have any thoughts. And then freaking out because you have thoughts. Meditation is literally like my old therapist said, you can envision it as a leaf going down a stream. Every time you have a thought while you're trying to meditate, you just let it go down the stream. Visualize that, you know? It comes and then it goes. It comes and then it goes. So, yes, and then if you are into shamanism, you have this concept of journeying, which is basically like where we go into a trance. It's a deeper form of meditation, and instead of allowing everything to just flow down the stream, you would actually follow it down the stream, right? So you know, if you envision a snake, all of a sudden while you're trying to journey, you would follow that snake and see where it goes, and then you would go back and look at the representation of snakes, which is transformation, shedding the skin, basically everything we're talking about tonight. So snake energy is obviously very important today, tonight. My animal speak book is over there, but I'm not going to read about the snake right now. I've already done that on this channel. I mean, I guess I could read it, but maybe a part two or something. But anyways, um, yeah, giving yourself these moments and not being afraid to be alone for a while. If these people are meant to be on your path, they will be on your path. They will be back. If they're meant to be on your journey, they will be back. If not, then they weren't meant to continue on with you. Just because you've known somebody for 2 decades doesn't mean that they're meant to be with you the entire way for the next 2 decades. You understand? Just because you've known somebody since middle school, high school, elementary, whatever it is, you met them at a job 40 years ago, doesn't mean that they're meant to be with you for the next 20 to 40 years of your life. There are times where people are there for a season. They're there to teach you lessons. Speaking of the shadow self and the triggers and everything we were just talking about. And then they're meant to move on. And you're meant to move on and find doper people. Okay? Earlier, I was watching something and it was like, would you rather have your version of success, basically? Would you rather have your business successful, or would you rather have in a meh personal life, or would you rather have a great personal life and just an okay business, just an okay success? And I, like the man on there, have a similar mindset about that. The woman that was on there, she had a different mindset, which also matches another woman that I was watching. So it could be. I don't get into the whole gender war bullshit, right? Because we all have divine feminine and divine masculine inside of us, the archetypes. However, I don't know. Maybe there is something to be said about that. But the point is that because I like, even in this video, right? There's this viral video or whatever. It popped up on YouTube because it was on TikTok, and basically the woman was like, "Is anybody else's husband like super weird like this? Like he just stacks our mail for 3 months so he can go in the backyard and just burn it, and he goes to movies by himself. That's so weird. Who goes to movies by themselves?" And it's like, how do you not go to a movie by yourself? What are you talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? Like I can hear her while she's narrating this thing, how codependent she is. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, like, he looks up, he's like, "Are you recording me?" Like, dude, just leave me alone. Like, he's just trying to be alone. You know, sometimes you need those moments, and sometimes it's more than a moment. It might be 3 months. You might have to just chill by yourself for 3 months. When is the last time you did that? When's the last time you didn't talk to anyone? You know? And I'm not saying you can't be cordial or pick up the phone, like, if they call. But sometimes I don't have the damn energy to pick up the phone when people call, bro. Like, it's not happening. And they demand that it happens, you know? They feel like a personal threat is against them um if you don't answer the phone. And it's just like, nah, I'm checking for me right now. I'm looking out for me right now, you know? And so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully all these antidotes are painting a full picture and helping you have some techniques to start looking deeper into these aspects of you. Teal Swan was my first introduction to shadow work. She's very good, very thorough. Sometimes I could just watch 5 minutes of her video and I already know what it's about. I just need that little spark and then boom, I'm good. But if you want to watch the entirety of her videos, I mean, yeah, check her out. Her name is Teal Swan. She gets a lot of backlash for some reason, but she's real about it. Like, she's not blunt like me. She's very nice and very peaceful. I can be, but sometimes y'all need like the damn truth, okay? Not all this PC, let me cover things up. Cause for what? You see this light on the screen? Look, this is a perfect example, right? Light comes forth from darkness, not the other way around. This is perfect. I say this shit all the time on this channel, but this is a perfect rendition of this whatever saying, okay? Whatever this thing is that came to my brain. Like, literally, light comes forth from the darkness. You see how, like, this light right here is poking through these clouds. This is the cloud you've had over your heart because somebody hurt you. Oh, somebody hurt you. They let you down. It was your expectations that let you down and your lack of boundaries. The two of those combined. And I'm saying this from somebody who's been there, dude. The two of those things combined led you to that disappointment. You were looking for your healing in another person, especially another person who didn't even heal themselves, doesn't even know themselves. Like I said, y'all are out here trying to date people when you haven't even dated yourself. You wouldn't even date you. So, embracing these quote unquote terrible sides of yourself, which are probably not as severe as you think, but even if they are, who gives a damn? The less you judge you, the less you judge other people. All right, I know that from personal experience. But on top of that, the less you judge you, the more that you transcend your shadow. This is why I'm saying I don't have a shadow self, because I can look at all parts of me and embrace all sides of me. Now there might be some things I don't act on, right? Like some things I'm gonna think or things are like sides of me that are like, you know, a little bit more gutter than I need to be sometimes. To be honest with you, like there's parts of me that, you know, I would like to suppress just so that I can stay out of jail because I value freedom. Freedom is very important to me. It's one of my values. Therefore, there are times where I'm not going to judge myself for the thoughts. I'm not going to be like, shut myself down and be like, oh my God, and run off to a priest or a therapist to try to fix me. All right. But I am going to be like, yo, bro, like, let's talk that one out. You know what I'm saying? And talk to yourself, have conversations with yourself, talk out loud to you. If it helps you, you can get a recorder. Wait, let me get this in frame. I got this little recorder. I got the Sony Joan because it has, not only does it have built-in memory, but it has a external SD slot. So I put a 256 gig micro SD in here, but it has like 32 gigs of built-in. And this is much better than you trying to use the phone all the time because the phone, first off, is smaller, it's sleeker. It can fit in your pocket a lot better. But also the phone, by the time you pull it out and have to unlock it and then hit the memo or the notes thing and then hit record, it's like sometimes you miss the moment, you miss the magic, or you miss the uh, for me, for like song ideas or the whatever it is, you know what I mean, the thoughts. And so I say all that to say, if it makes it easier, you could talk to yourself on a recorder, and you just hit record, and it's like 300 hours of memory on this thing because I added the little card. So back to what I was saying now. Light shines through from the darkness, not the other way around. Darkness is not coming out of this light right here. You can clearly see on the screen, and this was not planned. Obviously, you saw me going through these little photos and things for a photo contest that's due tomorrow night. It has nothing to do with this, but absolutely everything to do with this. Um, yeah, the more that you start shining your light and honoring your light, honoring yourself, you will shine through, break through, and all these little dark clouds will start to dissipate. You see up here? Shit's just dissipating, flowing away, flowing away, flowing away, and lighten up the whole damn earth. Look at this below, bro. Look, I mean, come on. I gotta put this on a tarot card or something when I make my deck eventually. This, you're literally shining your light by breaking through your darkness and illuminating the entire freaking world whilst reflecting back to you the beauty of these lakes, these emotions. All right, water stands for emotion. Light is fire energy. All right. Earth is obviously earth energy. So listen, um yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's how I end my shit. I don't know. Now I'm a draw tarot cards just cause. Yo, I'm hungry as a mug though, man. I'm gonna go tear up these chips and salsa in a minute. Because listen, it's intoxicated intuition, and I wasn't feeling too intoxicated. So, anyways, your boy got the munchies. Is all you need to know. I wish I could remember the title. That's the one thing I don't like about this software is it doesn't tell you the title after you've started. Because if I could remember the title, or if the one person watching wants to type it in the comments real quick, um, it ties back into all of this. So that's it. Yo, 5439. You know what I'm saying? That's numerology right there for me. Confirmation from spirit. And that's what I'm talking about. Is the co-creator within you, the godlike energy within you, the Christ consciousness within you, whatever you want to call it, man. All right. Yo, I had to school somebody on their religion the other day. These people be cracking me up, bro. They don't even know they own shit. Hey, a second person. Shouts out. Well, they came and disappeared. But anyways, how do I do this again? Flip around this. I got a new setup again. Nah, I don't want that. Wait a minute. Let me just go back to where we were. All right. So this is a new deck, Tattoo Tarot, baby. Yo, shouts out to y'all being up on here at like 6 o'clock in the morning, though, man. What in the world? I guess it's 7, depending on your time zone. But ooh, we got something already. Look at this already. Let me see if I should just. I should have just kept it on there, but whatever. Let me see. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Oh, you can see it. That's y'all can see that perfect. You see how wounded this man is? Look at this. Been through battle, been through war. Got freaking 9 wands in the back, yo. 9 sticks. I can't remember what the terms are in this book yet. This is a, like I said, brand new deck. So it's either emotions or it's talking about mental. I gotta open the book and look, but pretty sure it's wands. Oh, another one. King of Pentacles. Ooh. Oh, they call it. Yeah, no, it is Pentacles. Uh, Come on, yo, focus. I got too many lights and things moving, I guess. Oh, there it goes. Boom. That's a beautiful card. So you could have that life. Look at it. You even see this? Let me switch back to my damn front camera. Look at this. All right. Look at the first card we had, right? Rough. Black and white. Look at this beautiful ass full color thing that you could have. This is what you could have. This bountifulness, this abundance, this peace. Look at the face. Look at the face, yo. So this is where you at. This is what you could have. And for what? You know? So let's see. You stink, dog. My dog is in here. The Hanged Man. It's actually a woman. She looks beautiful. What is this? 12. Oh, Major Arcana. Most people don't put the number on it. Anyways, the Hanged Man. But she look like she flying through here. It's interesting because it's like she's flying through on a trapeze, but it's really her hair and her hands are tied to her ankle, tied to her foot. So yo, she holding herself back, just straight up off of that. Um, we gonna get to that in a minute. I feel like I need one more card. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So more people find this joint. All right. See, I said I need to pull one more, and I was thinking maybe two, and then two fell out. So we got the. Excuse him. We got the star card, looking up to the sky, looking at a bright new future. And what is this? It just says 10. Oh, I think it's a 10 of cups. It looks like these people about to go build a home, man. You see? And like I said, you start healing you start healing your relationships with other people as well. Because you can now accept a healthy love instead of this toxic trauma bonding bullshit that y'all been doing, that a lot of us have been doing. All right. So these people look like they're looking to a nice new farmhouse, a lot of abundance. They got a fresh water source next to them. They got a rainbow in the back. They got some pink and purple. That's, divine masculine, divine feminine energies coming together. Now it is a clouded horizon, but like this looks mad beautiful. Like they starting a new life for themselves. So let's check that out. Overall, pretty good cards, but you saw everything else was in color. We back to our beat up black and white man here. So let's see what's up. 9. It's been a minute. It's been a long time. Oh, this is the color version inside the book, though. Ain't that dope? A tattoo artist did this. I think the author, I think she She said she was an architect and then decided to be a tattoo artist. And this is the result, is a tattoo tarot book. So sweet. Anyways, Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about resilience, perseverance, and self-preservation. Boom. Confirmation right there. Sometimes achieving our goals comes easy, other times the journey to the top is long and arduous. The nine reminds us to tenaciously push through these struggles with whatever energy we have left. The man is beaten and bruised. He is thin with hunger and he clings to his wand for support. His journey has been long. He is weak, but he is not dead. He knows his struggles are temporary. There is hope for him ahead. He needs to make one more big push to get back on track, and it will likely take everything he has left to get there, but he will not give up. It is important to remember that not all things come easily. Sometimes life is hard, and rarely do you get what you want without a fight. You will need to continue to push hard for what you want, harder than you might have been expecting. Your struggles will ease up soon, but right now, you still have work to do. Boom. Drawing number 79. 7 and 9. Nines are about completion and beginnings as well. Nines basically act as like the number 0. If you add anything plus the number 9, it equals back to itself. Some people say alpha and omega, but I don't like to give the Greeks their credit. Fucking plagiarizers. Stole from my ancestors. But anyways, the point is, I'm saying it's not about me, but it is. It's about you too. So now, King of Pentacles. Now that we know what we're dealing with, right? We need this perseverance. I just told you a new life. The last card I had dropped out. I didn't even pull it. It just dropped out. Was about building a new life. So we'll see if I'm right. Anyways, King of Pentacles. Where is he at? Right here, right here, right here. Boom. All right, let me see. The King of Pentacles is resourceful, reliable, and steady. He has a lot of experience behind him. He has mastered his craft, and despite his royal status, he is always willing to help others learn the ropes. He is kind and open-hearted. He is determined and unwilling to give up. Slowly and calmly, his dreams become reality, and everything he touches appears to turn to gold. The king closes his eyes and holds his pentacle close to his heart. He has years of experience behind him, and he needs only consult himself when making decisions. Let me read that again. He has years of experience behind him. He needs only consult himself when making decisions. Man or woman, this applies, all right? The horns and wreath on his crown remind us of his strong nature and noble demeanor. He has grown an amazing garden, and he's happy to share his wealth with others. Move forward with confidence. Consider how the king's calm, stable demeanor can help you push through your challenges. Don't worry that you will make the wrong choices. Have faith in who you are. Be who you are. Not who you used to be, not I will be one day. Who you are. Who is the true you? What do you value? What are your top 3 to 5 values? Is it achievement? Is it courage? Is it family? Is it authenticity? Is it honesty or truth? You know, it's all these different ones that you wouldn't even think would be values are values. So if you want to look, like knowledge is one of mine. If you want to look on Google and type like full list of values, you will see a lot on there that will surprise you that like I would have never thought, oh, that's a value. You know what I'm saying? But what are the most important things? Because if your values are at the top of the mountain, everything in your life should be aiming towards that. Everything in your life, day to day to day to day to day, your daily habits should be leading towards that. If you value truth, then you can't tell white lies. That's what it is. You got to be straight up. Stop sugarcoating everything. You could have tact, but you can't say that you value truth, but then you out here lying to people to not hurt their feelings. Because that you did not tell them the truth. They got to find out the hard way when they trusted you. You see? So that's a slippery slope. Or you could just avoid the questions too. You ain't always got to answer. You know, sometimes you could just slide your way out of that. All right. Where's the hanged man at? Where did she go? Where did she go? I just saw her. Doom, 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 doom. Number 12, right? Yeah. All right. 12. Number 3, you know? The hanged man represents. No, sorry. The hanged man reminds us that there is value in the moments between action. Our hanged man, and that's what we were talking about earlier about um, taking that time to yourself. That's been a common theme, not just in my life, but like multiple videos are kind of popping up right now around that. I mean, it is about to be that time of year, right? Where everything kind of shuts down, you get a slower time. This is a perfect time to start giving these moments to yourself that we talked about earlier. But the point is that it's frustrating place to be. It's frustrating as hell to be in this place. But sometimes you do need like this break from life. Like we just looked at our wounded warrior, right? This man have been through it, through it. A lot of us have been through it, right? So it's like, dude, sometimes you need a break. Like I was watching a video yesterday. She said, "Don't underestimate." God is telling you. Well, she used the word God, but she's saying, you know, the Creator's source is telling you that it's time for peace. Like source is telling you don't underestimate what you have been through. Because a lot of times, as trauma survivors, we have to adapt and just keep moving. We don't have time to sit here and dwell on the shit all day, every day. Now, some people do, and then they get stuck in life. But for the ones that likely are watching this channel that want to move the hell on and elevate their lives and elevate other people's lives, you know, we don't have time to sit around ruminating, blaming ourselves or feeling like, oh, we could have done this, we could have done that, but we could have done this, but we should have done that. And man, all that doesn't even matter. It doesn't. You see this book in my hand? All right. If the author wants to change or update this book, they got to do a whole new version. This book lives in my house now. They can't come in here and change the book. So meaning, instead of trying to rewrite a chapter, let me write a new chapter, just write a whole new book. Drop that shit. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. Now, if your story could help somebody, let your story help somebody. And the only way it could do that is if you stop, you know, ruminating to the point of wounding yourself, thinking about the old situation. Just, man, it's time. It's time. Anyways, let's get back to this card. But that's just off the first sentence, yo. Like, all that came off the first sentence, you know? There's going to be moments in between. You need the peace. You need the rest. Embrace the rest. It's okay to be alone just for a while. You don't always need somebody there, honestly. Because how can you even hear yourself think? You keep saying all these prayers and not giving yourself a moment to hear the answers. Listen. Anyways, our hanged man is calm and cool. She is bound and contorted into what we would imagine to be a painful position. Her hair and ankle are tied together with a blue rope, and she is suspended high in the air. But if you look closely, you will see that she holds the ropes in her own hands. She holds the ropes in her own hands. She can free herself whenever she is ready. Has she chosen a position for herself? Or is she just taking inventory of the uncomfortable position the universe has set her in? It probably doesn't matter. She closes her eyes and accepts her position. For now, this is where she is, and she is perfectly content with that. She opens her mind to new lessons. She embraces the pause. Oh shit. See, I didn't know that was on here. I said the word pause. Wait, there is no reason to move immediately. There is much to be learned about your current situation. How long can you hold the pose? This pose right here. How long can you do that? Just like embrace this moment. Be who you are right now. The image of the person you want to be. What is that person's daily habits? What do they do? What kind of healing have they done? Do they judge themselves because of societal standards or because of family? Or are they themselves? You know? I don't know. Maybe your dream person of who you would like to be is timid in things. I don't know. I don't think anybody's dream would be that. But I could be wrong. Anyways, the star card, number 17, right? This is our second to last card right here. Number 8, shining through, infinity and things. All right. During our darkest nights, the star shines brightly as a symbol of hope. The star reminds us of the good in the world and the promise of a beautiful tomorrow. A tiny glimmer of light leading us out of darkness and confusion. Yo, come on, man. Y'all saw the picture I had took that was on the screen I went on and on about. Come on. I ain't playing this at all. Anyways, shit, where are we at? A tiny glimmer of light leading us out of darkness and confusion. A woman stands alone in the mountains, lost in the trees. A vibrant red flower and golden pearls adorn her hair. Her dazzling attire and rosy cheeks imply she's out of her usual environment. Perhaps she was daydreaming and not paying attention to where she was going. Somehow she's found herself deep in the darkness of the forest. She pauses to let her eyes adjust to the darkness, and she smiles as she notices the stars above. She makes a wish and follows this light towards a path that will lead her to a better place. Don't lose hope. Find a star and make a wish. You may have lost your way for a moment, but you'll be back on your path soon. Have faith in yourself and the world that you've built for yourself. Yo, I just got a feeling when I was reading that towards the end. So, like, when it said you may have lost your way for a moment, I feel like one or two, I'm just saying multiple of you have gone through this abusive. I wanted to say toxic, but it's just the word abusive. I can't say it no other way. Y'all have gone through this abusive um, internal relationship manifesting sometimes or manifesting as an external relationship, and so you've lost yourself. I've been in a position, right? I put myself in a position. I ignored red flags, right, on this previous relationship. And essentially, and I was just thinking about this yesterday in other words, but the point is that I was so trauma bonded with this person that I gave and 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 I gave so much of me away to fit and appease this person and what they saw to be this perfect mate or whatever the fuck. To the point where I lost me in the process. And then what happens is if this person decides to leave, or you decide that you finally see your worth and you can't take that shit no more, and the person is no longer in your life, you gave away so much of you that you don't even have you anymore. So now you don't have anybody. You don't have you. You don't have them. You don't have your connection to source because you walked away from that. I mean, I'm going to just wrap that up and say, you may have lost your way for a moment, but you'll be back on your path soon. Have faith in yourself, and the world that you've built for yourself. Because all of these things lead to a lesson. Honestly, they do. And it seems terrible in the moment. Oh my gosh. It feels like you're not going to make it out. How the hell could you make it out of this? But you know what? You made it out of things before. You made it out of COVID. You made it out of the world's supposed to end in 2012. You made it out of SARS and bird flu and mad cow and all these other shits. You done made it through wars. You done made it through 2 recessions. All right, because if you're watching this, you were alive and well during the '08 recession. All right, so you done made it through things. Okay, you've made it through shitty friends, backstabs, betrayals, toxic family, narcissistic partners, lovers, professors, whoever. All those things that you thought you couldn't make it through, you know, didn't know where your next meal was coming from some nights or whatever. That's my story. All that shit, man. And you're here. You're here watching YouTube at 6 a.m. Like, come on, give it up for yourself one time. Wait a minute, where are my sound effects at? I put the sound effects away. Ah, man, the moment has passed. No, the moment hasn't passed. Where is that Joan at? Oh, I gotta turn that down though. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Nah, the moment passed, but I had to do it because it was just like, can't go back now. Hey, three people now. Look at us. Let's go, people. Showing up. It was 6:09 when I had said that too. Another numerology thing. Anyways, back to what we talking about. 6 is about the house and family, actually. And 9, like I said, is the beginning and the end. It acts like a number 0. So 9 plus 6 equals back to 6. You know what I'm saying? Because 5 and 1, which is intuition, and 5 is change and harmony and all kinds of beautiful things. Creativity. Maybe you should get back into your creativity. I think a lot of you should. Creativity is always great. I mean, damn. Until it becomes a job sometimes. But yeah, get back into your creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like I was binge watching Ink Master when I was in Barbados and when I came back. And I bought a tattoo machine like last week. Just cause. Bought some fake skins and a tattoo machine, you know what I'm saying? Because they were talking about clean lines and doing this and doing that. And then I bought this tattoo tarot deck. But the whole thing is like, it's just another avenue. Something else to just have fun or to just like learn something new. To be proud of yourself, to see where you start to where you finish. It's just so many things. But I'm not saying you got to go tattoo. I'm just saying that like anything. What's something creative that you used to do when you were 6, when you were 8, when you were 16, 26, whatever. If you can remember. Shit, what's something you did 2 days ago that was creative? Like food is creative. You know, sex could be creative, but then again, some of y'all just be hopping into bed with anybody, and then that adds a whole nother that derails your life from where we're talking about going. All right, we're here on this beautiful number 10 card here. All right, make sure your partners take spiritual baths, or make sure that you look, messing with the wrong person could really, really, really. We just talked about that, didn't we? It could really mess up your life. And I'm being very nice right now. I'm holding my words, which I don't typically do, but it's come on, 6 a.m., man. It ain't time for all this right now. All right, 10 of Cups, baby. Our last card right here. All right. Let's see if I was right. The 10 of Cups is about love, happiness, and the comfort of family. Oh, shit, number 6. Didn't I say that? The 10 reminds us to look towards... the 10 reminds us to look towards those who have always been there for us when we are feeling blue, and to be appreciative of the happy, stable comforts in our lives. We see a man and a woman holding hands in front of a small log cabin in the mountains. Flowers blossom around them, and a rainbow soars over their home. These two people live a simple life. They may have had very little, but at the same time, they seem to have it all. The woman's hand is tattooed with a rose and the word love, capitalized, symbolizing that love is all she needs in her life. By the way, we're talking about this pure love, source love. We're not talking about your ex that screwed you over and did this and did that and da, or your mama that ain't love you, okay? Because a lot of moms say that they love you and they don't even like you. Ooh, bars. Listen, we're not talking about your daddy that love. We're talking about pure love. You know what I mean? The universal love. The shit that you could feel if you walk outside right now when the sun is about to come up. Or maybe the sun is already up where you at. Look at the clouds outside, you know, if there are some. Should be. Anyways, so she has love, and that's all she needs. Symbolizing that love is all she needs in her life. The man has a mandala flower tattooed on his arm, symbolizing balance and peace. And this wasn't in the actual card, so I'm going to zoom in. This was the original drawing, because she did all these drawings by hand. So the card is like this, like I had showed y'all. But you see the mandala and you see the tattoos on the people. All right, anyways. Balance and peace on his arm. Within their little world, there's not much to be sad about. Take joy in the simple pleasures in your life. Forgive any grudges you may be holding, and open your heart to the joy and happiness that comes with a loving family relationship. Drawing number 82, original 4. So again, 8 and 2 is 10, back to 10 of Cups, which is number 1, which is intuition. again. So, yo, what does it say? The what? Something's like reflecting on my whatever. It's my projector. In the book, it says like the, but I can't show it to y'all, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, oh, the winter. The winter? What? That's crazy. I don't know where these words are coming from on my book, but like I said, winter time's coming up. That is usually a time of reflection. It's a time of relaxation. It's a time of seclusion, man. I know it's the holidays and all of that, but before you get to the holidays or even after the holidays, right? Because people tend to forget that February is a damn winter time, all right? Like it doesn't just end in December after Christmas, all right? So the winter time, though they celebrate the new year on uh January 1st, which is, listen, long story short, the Roman emperors changed that. They are the ones that changed that. They said that to fit their Gregorian calendar, which is what the US goes off of, most of the world goes off of, they wanted to celebrate it on January 1st, which is foolish because everything is dead. So how can you create new life and bountifulness if everything is dead? Usually in the ancient Kemet times or ancient societies, they would celebrate the new year now while it was fertile land and the Nile River was rising and there was a lot of crops and it was time to harvest the crops and it was just grain and corn and all kind of bountifulness all over the place, right? Or you celebrate it during the spring equinox because obviously springtime, things are blooming and blossoming. Say all that to say that wintertime is dead. It's time to rest. Stop running yourself ragged. If you had goals at the beginning of this year, your resolution that you set last year, the beginning of this year, or the quote unquote beginning of this year, you still have time. You still got a few more days in September. You got the whole of October, full 31 days. You got November, and then you have December. So it's not too late to still try to create somewhat of the life that you want in the next 3 months. You could do a lot of transformation in 3 months. All right, don't get it twisted, bro. Don't sell yourself short. Seriously, don't do it. A lot of things can be done in 3 months. Trust me. All right, so yes. Once again, like I said, if this video helps you, share it and help somebody else out. Like the Jones so it could find more people. And I mean, if y'all want to, usually y'all be active in the chat, and I'll talk back to you live. So if you want to do that, you got questions, the three of y'all in here, or I think it's more than three people in here, but whatever it is. If not, I think y'all probably at work or half asleep, so it don't matter. I don't really want to get off yet, so that's why I'm just like talking. But I mean, I already been talking for an hour and 23 minutes, so. Oh, I did forget. My favorite deck was calling me today. So let me pull one more from there. Let me pull something from here real quick and see. Because I don't feel like going yet. No way, bro. I can't, come on. I can't make that up right there. The first thing I pulled out of this box, I pulled the deck out of this box. The first thing was what? The 10 of Cups. Boom. That's it. 10 of Cups and we out of here. Number 3 already left us. It don't matter. They'll be back. Nah, but see, that's what I'm saying. You can't get attached to that. When people want to leave your life, you just gotta let them go. If they can't see your worth, you gotta let them go. And they can't see your worth because you can't see your worth. You understand? Hey, that's that shadow work that we talking about. People are afraid to face themselves. What kind of foolishness is that? Now, granted, I used to hate. You know the word, like, hate? I used to hate myself, bro. So I had to rebuild everything from the ground up. Boom. 10 of Pentacles right here. A wealthy father And that was another thing. I had to build my own. Now we got 4 people. This is so cool. That was another thing. I had to rebuild an entire family. Like, long story short, I was tripping one night, right? I'm not gonna get all into it, but I was like, I had to stand butt naked. I'm talking about I had to strip down and stand naked in front of my mirror. And I was 220 pounds at the time. I wasn't sexy like I am now. Hi, everyone. Hey, what's up? Wait, what did I say? Anza? Anza? Yo, what's up? Listen, the point is that I had to stand there and really stare at myself and really rebuild my confidence and rebuild my self-esteem and look at myself and like I made myself, I forced myself to compliment me on one thing. You know what I mean? And it was hard. It was hard. I was like, yo, I like your ears. Like mad awkward, bro. Like, yo, I like your eyebrows. We got some dope eyebrows. Like, all right, cool. Shouts out number 5 in here. Look, 5 with 1 like, so that's number 6 again. Anyways, I like your eyebrows type Joan, you know? I had to do that. And why I'm telling y'all about this is because when I was standing in the mirror naked, having to rebuild my confidence and lift myself back up, I built my own family at that moment. I built the father, I built the adolescent, I had I said we all have divine feminine and divine masculine archetypes within us. I had the mother nurturing the shouts out to the second like I had the mother nurturing the inner child, the wounded inner child. A lot of us got to do this inner child work, man. That's what all the shadow stuff is about. It's healing that inner child. It's calling out for you. It needs you. You know what I'm saying? And you're abandoning it for what? For other people? Anyways, um, I say all that to say that I built the father within me and like guided myself through the adolescent stage, and now I'm becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I had to. This was 2017. This was after a suicide attempt, homelessness, 2 other mental institutions that year, broke as fuck. I remember spending my last d- nickel. I remember the last nickel. I remember going to Quick Trip, which is a gas station in the South, some places in the South. I remember going to the gas station and handing the man nickels and dimes to pay for gas and then dropping one of the nickels in my car and having to like trying to like look like I had more, and he was like, yo, I got you. Like he already knew what was up. I was crying in the middle of fucking Kroger supermarkets, bro, because I couldn't eat. And this woman came, she works with refugees. Her and her son Eli came and took me all around that store and bought me food. She gave me $15 because I was trying to do Lyft at the time. I didn't have enough gas to pay for Lyft to even make money. So I was renting the car from them and things. She gave me $15 cash back or $20 cash back. The dude in Quick Trip saw I was upset. He was like, yo, man, like, go take what you need. Like, I was just getting taquitos and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the 3 now. Yo, what's this? What's up, Ray? Man, this is just intuitive messages, intoxicated intuition. Usually I'm intoxicated. Tonight I had tequila and I hit my weed pen. Uh, but this is like half tarot and half messages. But anyways, we were talking about the shadow self and healing and all of that. So I'm reading the last tarot card, which is again a 10 of cups, right? So we just had 10 of cups and this pulled back out. So I'm gonna read it real quick. I'm just saying sometimes you got to rebuild a family within you because you don't have family support outside of you. It just is what it is, man. Family can be toxic and sometimes you got to cut them off. Now, 10 of Pentacles. A wealthy father schools his son in a game of chess, sharing his knowledge not only of the game but of life as well. 10 Pentacles form an arch around the window, framing the boy's future inheritance. Unbeknownst to them, a servant has quietly stolen the king piece. Yo, so passing on your legacy. We were talking about that earlier as well. Or that was in another. I was watching some stuff talking about legacy and business and passing on everything. But yeah, yo, that's what I got for y'all tonight or this morning, 6:30 in the morning, maybe 7 something. Where y'all at? Um, yeah, Y'all got any questions or anything, you know what I'm saying? You can put it in the chat, or I'll catch y'all next time. I mean, it's been some months since I've been on here, so I'll probably be on here a lot more now. But yeah. Once again, it's Intoxicated Intuition. I appreciate y'all. So take care.